Cute characters, but sometimes catastrophe decisions. Today, you'll find out the 10 worst decisions that changed the course of My Little Pony history. And I guarantee you, the last one will drop your jaw. Come check it out. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and let's begin with our lovely Twilight Sparkle. Who doesn't remember the episode Magical Mystery Cure? When Twilight thought it was a good idea to use an incomplete spell that resulted in a cutie mark mix among her friends. The chaos that came next was a disaster to say the least. Each of the main six was totally lost on how to deal with talents that weren't theirs, and Ponyville almost became a pandemonium. And let's be honest guys, please, if you don't know about something and it seems dangerous, don't go out there reciting a poem out loud, because as far as you don't know, you can decimate half of the Earth's population. Twilight was really ingenious in the episode. She could have really caused some serious hazard. I mean, what she did was already really bad, but she was really lucky because she could have ended with her friend's cutie marks ruined forever. And then you can think, oh, but Julie, she ended up reversing the spell. Everything's fine. Look, it did end up fine, but don't forget that when she finally fixed everything, she exploded and her friends were desperate. What if Twilight ended up toasted? I don't know guys, it seemed really immature of hers. Applejack tried to harvest apples alone. Applejack is known for her ethics and determination at work, but that determination almost brought Ponyville to ruins. She insisted in harvesting her entire crop of apples all by herself, refusing her friends' help. The result? An exhausted Applejack causing more problems than she's solving. From helping with the cake babies with a disastrous recipe to try to capture the rabbits that raided Ponyville, it was clear that sometimes accepting others' help is the best thing to do. This wasn't the last time you hear about Applejack in this list, so comment down below which will be the next bad decision that she will take in this video. Rarity trusted Prince Blueblood. That Rarity always dreamed with her Prince Charming, we all know about. But her decision in the episode Best Night Ever was truly a bad one. She spent the whole Grand Galloping Gala trying to impress Prince Blueblood, just to find out that he was extremely egocentric and mean. Actually, I have many observations about this matter. The first one, this guy has some sort of kindship with Celestia, like he really doesn't look anything like her. And the most amazing thing of all, is Rarity blind? Guys, she is a broken picker. Rarity's dream became a nightmare when Prince Blueblood proved to be the complete opposite of the charming prince that she imagined. Sometimes the best thing is to meet someone before throwing yourself head first into a relationship. Because for God's sake, what a petty pony. The most painful part of all is to see her in the entire episode forcing herself to remain with him. Like, I know that Rarity had the status hunger personality. We even have an entire episode about this, but how far does a pony goes because of its greed? Thanks God that she realized that he is a douche. Best later than never, am I right? And do you know what isn't late to do yet? Leave a like in this video and comment for me what was the worst absurd thing that Prince did in this episode. Twilight entered an unknown portal because of a hair accessory. To someone that is so cautious like Twilight, I was surprised to put her twice in this video. But come on, it's hard to defend her. I get that it isn't just a hair accessory, it was a crown with an element of harmony. But think about it with me. Twilight just got the princess charge. And even if the crystal was really necessary, was it more worth a princess' life or a stone? I'm sure that in worst case scenario, they would have managed to substitute this crystal, since the true friendship magic was always inside the main six. This is proven in the show sometime later. But come on, Twilight decided to jump inside of a mirror without any information about what was on the other side, and hoping that she would really find her crown. But guys, come on, the truth is that she was really lucky. She could have been easily defeated by Sunset it as soon as she arrived in this new dimension, even because she didn't even try to study what would she face. Starlight Glimmer tried to manipulate time. Starlight Glimmer is a complex character, but her actions in this episode almost destroyed Equestria. In an act of revenge, she manipulated time to create different timelines where the villains won. Starlight's decision almost caused the end of harmony and peace in Equestria. It's obvious that she would never do something like that if she had watched back in the future. But jokes aside, guys, I don't get it. Such a smart pony capable of using a great magical power, and she had no idea of what would happen if she messed with timelines? It doesn't take a large intellect to do this math. If the main six defeated and saved Equestria many times, it was obvious that their inexistence would result in destruction. Some people, let me tell you. Fluttershy tried to be more assertive with Iron Will. Fluttershy is the sweetest pony of all, but in the episode Putting Your Hoof Down, she really went over herself, mainly when she tried to follow Iron Will's advices to be more assertive and end up becoming a tyrant. Fluttershy's actions to follow more aggressive methods resulted in her hurting her friends and even her animals. And guys, I know that making a pony cry doesn't fit Fluttershy, but it really happened. Applejack literally runs away from home just because she lost a competition. And guys, I already said in this video that I will repeat Applejack's pride isn't on the records. In this episode, she's carrying a weight of competing in a rodeo and bringing some medals home. So far so good. But when she managed to get many bronze and silver medals but no gold medal, what she does? She decided to simply abandon her friends and vanish, look for a job in a cherry farm and simply pretend it never happened. This is worth a psychologist section. Oh my, there are other ways to deal with defeat. I mean, it wasn't even a defeat because she ended up in second or third place in many times. Shove this ego, girl, Jesus. But anyway, thank God that in the end of the day, her friends went back because of her and put some sense in her head. Discord betrayed her friends to help T-Rex. Discord always was a complicated folk with many ups and downs, but in this episode, he took one of the worst decisions of all. He betrayed his friends to help T-Rex to steal all the magic in Equestria, in exchange of a false promise of freedom. I remember watching this episode at the time and get really confused. Gosh, he was so in love and glazed at Fluttershy, he really was learning about friendship, and then this happens. At the end, he realized his mistake and helped to defeat T-Rex, and he really was a key piece to open the chest that appeared and that would end up being Twilight's castle, but not before causing a huge pain and suspicion among his friends. I feel to this day that their friendship was never the same. Do you guys think this too, or is just a thing in my head? Comment down below for me. Rarity Butterfly version. Look, Rarity is a really appealing character and she tries to steal the scene in many moments throughout the series, but in this one, she really crossed the line. In the episode Sonic Rainbow, she begged Twilight for a spell for her to grow wings, since they were going to Cloudsdale, the city of Pegasus. But something as inoffensive as this ended up as she almost going unalive. For starters, she almost ruined Rainbow Dash's presentation, and just by that, she already deserved a spot on the list, but then her wings disintegrate and she ends up falling from a huge height, and Rainbow Dash has to fly so fast to save her friend that she ends up creating a supersonic rainbow. So because of that, she ends up losing even more points because of all that headache that she caused in this entire episode. Celestia and Luna abandoned Equestria for Twilight. The princesses Celestia and Luna decided that it was time to retire and leave Equestria at Twilight Sparkle's care. And look, although the intention is nice, this decision put a huge pressure over Twilight and her friends that still weren't ready to take over such a responsibility. And honestly, I have some worries about this. The first one being, where will they go now that they have abandoned her practically with no instruction? Is she controlling the sun and the moon all by herself? If so, that would be so messed up, since the two princesses never did this function all alone, always having each other. And even if peace was secured in Equestria, what would happen happen if another threat emerged? A threat worse than the trio that was defeated in the last season. Many questions with few answers. So do you guys agree with me? Is there any decision that you think was deserved to be here? Leave it in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more My Little Pony content. Thank you a lot for watching this video till here and hasta la vista.